And we're back, baby.
Welcome back to episode 19.
Wait, I thought this was 20.
Oh, this is 19.
Oh, shit.
20. We're saving. We gotta hype up 20.
Episode 20, baby.
It's looking like 20.
I mean, fuck, it's 19.
It's 19. It's episode 19. It looks like for episode 20, it's gonna be our season 1 finale. So we don't even know what we're gonna do yet for you guys, but
we got something cooking.
Stay posted for all that.
Big look at that perfect pour.
Oh, there you go.
I
can't pour.
Ah, shit.
Yo, I can't pour it like that. I'm gonna get this shit all over my computer. I could try.
It wasn't a perfect pour, but it was almost there. You gotta bend that glass a little more.
Bend it more.
Oh.
Bro, you must got this down to a science.
Yeah, but I don't pour bottles into glasses though. I pour it out of the draft.
Yeah.
I pull it out the draft, mate. I pull it out the draft. Now it looks like I have a perfect pour.
You smell that, right? You smell the beer?
Dude, that's got a strong smell.
Strong raspberry.
See, you need head on yours. You didn't get no head on it.
Nah,
you got shitty head, Rob.
I don't know how to do that. I told you got that down to a science.
Yeah. You gotta pour it at some type of velocity.
Oh yeah, but
I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it marinate.
Yeah, you gotta let that marinate. I'm good.
So we're drinking.
We'll tell you what the drink of the week is.
New drink of the week: New Holland Brewing Dragon's Milk Reserve Raspberry Hibiscus. Apparently, it's not that common. They don't get it a lot. It's actually pretty expensive. It costs us about $20 for a 4-pack.
There's a lot of hype behind it.
11%, so we're about to get faded.
Yeah. What'd you say the score was on that?
It was 90% on Beer Advocate.
Yeah, 90.
Well, I'll read you the description real quick because I don't have it memorized.
Yeah, don't spill your beer in the meantime.
Yeah, that would suck.
All over that.
So they say it's a bourbon-aged stout paired with a refreshing blend of raspberry and hibiscus, which gives it a fruity tardiness combined with bourbon taste, vanilla, and malt.
Malt.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to taste this and not understand what any of that means. I'm going to go ahead and try it.
I tried it beforehand. I thought it wasn't like it was a different. It was a very different taste. To me it tasted like a dessert,
Yeah. It's not bad.
Like a raspberry ice cream.
I don't think it's bad. I wanted to pour it into a glass because I wanted to see the color. It's dark, but it's got like a tan head. But I kind of feel like I almost see like a purple in there, like the raspberry color. I don't know. Maybe not.
Overall, I would say it's good.
It's dripping everywhere.
Fuck
it. No, it's pretty good.
It's
smooth.
good. I mean,
it's not that heavy either. It's light.
From what and it's 11%, which is nuts.
Yeah, I don't taste that.
But I was just looking it up like really quick before we started, and people were super hyped about this beer.
Yeah, I saw that it had a lot of
clearly
reviews on it.
It's was it New Holland? Yeah,
New Holland. They're out of Michigan.
Yeah, clearly this is like their flagship beer.
They started in '97. Well, the regular Dragon's Milk is their flagship. But they have reserves. Like they have an oatmeal cookie one too, I saw.
Did you find why they call it Dragon's Milk? I'm kind of into like the backstory of the names.
I didn't see that, but
Dragon's
it
Milk?
looks like a dragon from Game of Thrones. I wonder if they're Game of Thrones fans.
I know the milk of the gods.
Milk of the poppy, which is heroin.
Is it really?
Yeah, heroin comes from poppy seeds. You know, if you eat the fuck is that? If you eat a poppy seed bagel before like a drug test, you could false positive for heroin.
Just one bagel?
Maybe not one.
Just a couple 2-3 bagels.
If you have a couple.
Couple dozen.
If you have a poppy seed bagel every day, you probably get a false positive for heroin.
Just a baker's dozen.
You heroin addicts.
You bagel mania. I know Frank's Milk of the Gods from Shameless. He was making his own beer in the basement.
Oh yeah, I did actually see that episode.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw very few episodes of Shameless because I don't really like that show.
I kind of liked it. It was wild.
I just thought every worst possible case scenario you could think of happened in that.
There's a lot of good and bad. And somehow they make it funny.
But yeah, I didn't really... I did like when the girl fucked the cop in the cop car and the sirens went off. I was like, word, I'm with that.
Nuts. Yo, Frank, though, he was brewing that shit in the basement, and he had
in his girl's crib, right?
Yeah. He would go to the children's playground, and he would get wood chips.
Yeah, he fucked her daughter too, didn't he?
Yeah, it's more like she fucked him. It was like some crazy shit.
You gotta take it or
yeah,
leave it.
like you said, they just kind of make the worst case scenarios.
Yeah, that's why I was like, all right, there's no like real story here. It's just crazy shit that goes on.
Always. No, there's definitely real story.
They're in Detroit, right?
No, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah, like the ghetto of Chicago. Like it's hard out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of
Chicago. Somebody told me that Chicago had the most murder rate in the world, like the highest city murder rate in the world.
I could see it.
I don't know about the world though.
I mean, we know about Chirac.
Chirac. I mean, definitely in the United States. That and I think Detroit are like right up there.
Yeah, I haven't even been to Chicago, and I
never want to go. I don't. Well, I would go there, but I don't want to go.
I think it's so big though. Like you could.
Yeah.
Be completely blocked off from all that stuff.
Well, they say like DC, like down the street from the White House, is one of the worst neighborhoods in the whole city. Isn't that weird?
Close by?
Yeah, like down the street, like a block over.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's got to be super touristy too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
but you just don't go that way.
Yeah. Well, Nashville was like that too. We went to Nashville.
Yeah. Apparently, our neighborhood wasn't that great either.
It definitely.
That we stayed in.
It definitely wasn't. But you saw like Nashville was getting rebuilt. You know, and but it was very touristy.
I can't see it. Well, I feel like there's crime everywhere there's tourists because people just get played. But like when you got a group of 13 dudes, like nobody's gonna try you.
Yeah, of course. But I also haven't seen, besides that, like too much of the South. Like you know about like sprawl, like in Texas, like Dallas or San Antonio. Like they have like neighborhoods in between the city. You have to like it's not dense at all. Like, they have a lot of space in between in the city.
Well, that's like L.A. Like Compton's in L.A.
Yeah.
That's like a borough system.
Well, I heard L.A. is overrated. I haven't been to the West Coast either.
I heard San Francisco's the place to go.
I heard it's a good
San
place
Diego.
to be. Yeah, but like San Fran's like
for visiting reasons.
It's wild
like,
expensive.
If you're trying to be an actor, go to L.A. I guess.
Of course.
But I don't know. I would never probably live there because I hear the traffic is awful and I hate traffic.
Oh yeah, dude, you spend so much of your time just waiting.
It's like a 20-minute drive in Connecticut can take you like an hour.
Like they're just starting to build like metro out there, like public transportation,
ridiculous.
You know. But it's so big.
So I had this lady that I knew, and she was like, "This is back in the '90s or maybe late '80s when they didn't really have cell phones yet, and they had on the highway like every couple miles they had phones like pay phones and shit. So if you had an emergency, you could pull over." She said she broke her transmission in the middle of LA traffic, and like had to like swerve her way to the side, and luckily got to one of those phones where she can get like a tow and shit. But I'm like, damn, I think if I got caught in LA traffic and my car just broke, I'd probably just leave it there.
I'd just start fresh.
I just like, I'm like it just moved. Like I'll just leave all my shit. I'm just like I'm not dealing with this.
Immediately just start hitchhiking.
Instant stress.
Have you ever seen any one of those like phone booths? I'm trying to think of. I don't think I've
like
ever
a real phone booth.
Yeah, like in person,
like a Superman phone booth.
Yeah, like have we ever seen those? They were popping for a minute, right? Those had to have been everywhere.
But those were before pay phones. I think like the whole.
What's
booth.
the difference? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, the payphone, they would just have like mounted on, like they have a payphone section, like 5 of them mounted on a wall.
I'm talking about the booth.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
I mean, they're still in movies, you know, when like that person leaves like that phone call, they say one message. And
Yeah, like The Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, you never seen The Matrix?
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, basically, you just leave that one message, and then they're like, "Oh, who is this?" And then you hang it up, and then that's it.
Yeah. Because those are not traceable. I never understood how you can call a payphone though.
Oh, I don't know either.
I never got that. Like, what's a payphone number? Remember, what's crazy is there used to be, like, if I wanted to call you, I'd have to call the operator and say, put me through to whatever your address is or your name or something. And they'd have to, like, wire me directly to you.
Or, like, those phones with, like, that weird dial and you have to spin it around.
My grandparents still have one of those.
Do they use it?
No. It's in their garage. Why people had phones in their... Well, I guess because they didn't have fucking... like cell phones.
Remember when text messages cost money too?
Yeah, remember when you had to hit the button 3 times to get to one letter? But the crazy part is we adapted. Like I was type fast, like
somewhat
just
right?
triple clicking buttons.
Yeah, there's one number with 4 letters, I think. Right?
0.
Was it?
X.
You sounded really certain on that.
No, it definitely was because you had like the last 4.
I thought it was like 7.
Was like WXYZ.
You think? I think you're.
Yeah, because you don't. No, I don't think so. Look it up.
Oh, we could do that just because we can.
Like dial pad numbers.
Dial pad numbers. Which one had the 4 in it?
With letters, right there.
What?
Just do the whole thing.
I don't know what I'm typing. Hold on. One of them had to.
No. Take 4 digits out of there.
Dial numbers.
Yeah.
And we're talking about clamshell phones.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit.
Oh, you are
9.
right.
No, it was 9.
Oh, wait, no, a couple of them do. Look, 7 and 9.
Oh, shit.
Damn, I said 7 too. I was right. I guess that.
Yeah, 0 has no numbers. So I was way, or no letters.
No,
I was
but you
way off.
were right about the WXYZ shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder why they planned it like that.
Yo, those things cost like 10.
But why does 8 not have 4 and 7 and 9 does?
Well, remember, like those things cost like a nickel, like for every text you send.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Oh,
yeah, there was an episode in The Office where Dwight is texting, whatever the fuck her name is, his resume, because she wouldn't offer him a spot.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "These are costing me 10 cents a piece. I'm roaming." Like, why the fuck are you roaming in the United States? Like, doesn't make any sense.
Did we talk about future? I think we talked about future Dwight on there, didn't we?
Future Dwight.
Yeah, when he's getting facts to himself, and it's like, Dwight, don't drink the coffee.
Oh yeah.
The coffee's gonna be poisoned.
Yeah, and he tackles Stanley.
Yeah, they tell him to destroy the phone and throw it off.
Said it? Oh, it had to be Jim.
It was definitely Jim and Pam. It was definitely Jim.
That was another one like that was when they invented the website to order paper off of, and they used the instant message and was like, "This is the computer.
Oh yeah.
I know everything about everything," and sold paper while you sold 1 ream. I fucking love The Office. Too bad they're taking it off.
Typical Dwight overthinking all of that.
Speaking of shows, we got Rick and Morty next week.
Oh my goodness, we were just talking about that before we hopped down here. I'm so excited. I was watching the show last night, probably for the 15th or 27th time.
I don't even. You want to hate me real quick?
What?
I don't even think I've finished it.
You're crazy.
I've definitely only watched it once.
I just feel sorry for you.
I mean, I like it, but I. Oh wait, no, I didn't get rid of Hulu. I still have Hulu, so I have to go back and watch it again.
Oh yeah, but I feel like season 4 is gonna really like suck you in.
I mean, no, I liked it, but it was just like it was one of those. I like watching shows when I'm going to sleep. That one I want to pay attention to.
Really?
Like a lot of it, I did pay attention to.
Yeah.
But because like you always talk about the hidden like the Easter eggs in it.
Yeah. There's
so like I want to catch those when they happen.
Yeah. There's like character development in the show. It's a cartoon. It's weird. And
I just know Jerry gets shit on every episode.
Well, they improvise a lot like us too. I like improvising and just doing whatever. Like we hop down there. Like okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
And this could get weird.
Okay.
If there's one animated character in the world, who would you sleep with?
Oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot.
Off the dome.
Don't
overthink it.
Nah, I'm trying to think of like my childhood. But I can't think. We got an answer?
No.
You don't?
No, I just thought of this question right now.
Oh,
I have to think. It have to be off the top of the dome.
It has to be animated?
I think. I don't know if we ever saw her face, but I'm pretty sure Dexter's mom in Dexter's Laboratory had the body of a goddess.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Did we ever see...
Look it up real quick. I want to see. If I'm thinking of red dress.
Did we ever see... Wait, Dexter's mom, right?
Yeah, Dexter Laboratory's mom.
Got it going on.
Oh, just kidding. Nope. Wrong show. Nope, not Dexter. Nope.
Are you thinking of...
She typed it in.
She looks like a triangle. She looks like a pizza slice.
Yeah, yo, she does look like a pizza slice.
Oh, literally.
Damn, she looks like she's getting it right there.
That is super sexual.
Yeah, maybe not.
Super sexual. Maybe you're thinking of Fairy Odd Parents. Did they ever show?
Remember
they showed for a while though in Fairy Odd Parents, like they were just showing their legs.
You know who I'm thinking
that was
of?
Weird. Why would they do that?
I'm thinking of the rich kid in that show. You know the rich kid
in Fairy Odd Parents?
Yeah.
Oh, Remy. Blonde kid.
His mom.
Oh. I'm trying to look. See, where's his parents?
No, Timmy's parents they show, and his mom is not fire.
Sure?
No, 100%.
I remember his dad.
His mom is not fire.
No.
Nah. Look up Remy, Fairly Odd Parents' mom.
Yo, he's a dick.
I think they never show their face.
Yeah, he had the British accent too. Nah, look, because his parents only have the legs.
Yeah, look at her. But his mom's fire, though. Pull it up.
Just by the legs?
Yeah.
That's all you're going to see is the legs. What do you mean she's fire? We're looking at her legs.
My man's got money hanging out his pocket. That's hilarious.
He has money. That's how rich he is.
But if we're going video, if we could throw video games in there, I got to say Farrah.
Oh, Farrah? Dude, that's when you said that, too, I was thinking about Overwatch.
She's fire. She's Spanish too.
Yeah, Overwatch is getting political. Soldier 76 is gay.
Yeah, I just realized that.
I mean, I think that's interesting.
I mean, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just they slightly hint at it. They don't say it.
It's very subtle, yeah.
It's subtle. And then a blog has to write about it for you to even catch it.
Exactly, yeah. Or the fans probably push. I think
but there's two. I think Tracer's a lesbian as well.
Yeah.
I think it's Tracer.
Which is that's what, it's kind of, that's a game that kind of is very modern.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, whatever.
It's cool to see. It's very interesting. I kind of like seeing that kind of stuff. Cool, seeing these character backstories and stuff.
Yeah. I never really looked at it because that was when Apex did the update and the whole realm changed. I skipped through that whole story and I was like, what the fuck? We just went from having dinosaurs to now it's a modern society with ice sculptures.
Yeah,
and
Apex. I don't really
lava cannons and shit.
I don't care about that story.
But Call of Duty, baby.
What's interesting is in Mortal Kombat, they got into
they took Mortal Kombat. Forgot about
but they took some heat though because of feminist beliefs and people were coming at Mortal Kombat for overly sexualizing the female characters, basically.
Why? Because of their outfits?
Yeah, their outfits, they're almost naked.
Yeah, and then Katana pulls on her mask and she looks like a fucking predator.
You mean Melina? Yeah.
Or that's what it is. Yeah. Katana has the fans.
But then they're curvy as shit. They're basically sex symbols. And
what are you gonna do with the guys? You just have them have a big bulge.
But I also read that even with the guys, they sexualize too with the buff ass chest and stuff.
Yeah, they're strong.
We were actually talking about
I feel like people
episode,
overthink.
Right?
I feel like people overthink it.
We were kind of dabbling in this last episode.
But I did have this question wrote down, and it's kind of relevant to what we're saying now.
Really?
What was the most awkward moment in your high school career or pubescent days with a female?
I wonder if I talked about it, dude. We're getting to a point where I don't even remember. I don't even know
if we're doubling up.
Doubling, yeah. That's
we're almost at 20 episodes, bro.
I do remember in high school one time though when I was waving at 3 girls, gave them a head nod. I think I was 14 or 15. Mm-hmm. And I just there was loose carpet because it was when our high school was getting redone and everything was a mess.
Throughout our entire career of high school. And
I just fell on some loose ass carpet out the door. No. But they didn't see me fall. They just saw my legs kind of teeter over and I just kind of stumbled and fell.
Good thing you were 4'4".
Literally.
Tops.
So I just kind of rebounded. I was already out the door anyway. I'm already out.
You had to leave school.
I remember that off the top of my head. I mean, back in high school, I was a weird ass kid. I'm probably sure I could probably think of 15 to be honest.
I wasn't angry, but
you were angry.
I was angry, but angry moments. I think my number one was and going back and look at it, and I was just wow, you're a bitch. I would talk to somebody on Facebook or AIM or whatever the messaging system was at the time, and I would talk to them freely on that. And then I'd see him in school, just don't even acknowledge him.
Oh yeah.
I would literally get so much anxiety and fear. I'd just be and then I'd go home and be hey, what's up? And they'd be I saw you at school, you didn't say hi.
Like your shoes.
And I'm crazy because I didn't see you. And I would look directly at them. And I'd just lie and be yeah, I didn't see you. I'm just busy.
Third period.
I'm yeah, nah, I got my headphones in. I'm zoned out. I don't see anything, even though I 100% did.
I remember one time in high school when I was walking in the high school with a girl, and we were just messing around kind of, and she gave me a nudge, a shoulder check, and against the locker.
And you got fucked up?
Well, no. You know how the lockers make those loud those loud steel,
she fucked you up.
Steel noises. But
she had pads on.
Literally, all she did was just boop. I didn't really go anywhere.
Tossed. Oh, no.
And we had a teacher come around the corner and see that, and she's hey, get your hands off that student. Yelled at her. I'm sorry.
Shit. And you're a guy. It's whoa.
And I'm a guy. Easy. And I'm over here getting manhandled.
Yo, my worst story, and shout out to Miss K. I'm not going to say the full name because I don't want to do that, but I was rapping in the hallway, which I had normally done. But I didn't really care to look around myself before I was rapping. I'll never forget, and I was singing Tony Montana, Meek Mill. I pop a perk, I fuck your bitch, and I screamed it, and I just happened to be right next to a teacher, and she was what? And I was just I was shit, dude, my bad. I'm I didn't see you there, you're type short. I'm I was in my zone, I had the beats on, It's funny though. There's not a lot of times in my life where I feel like I don't have headphones on. Like even now, I'll go to the bar with the pods in.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I'm dolo, if I'm with people, I'm not gonna have my headphones in. But like if I'm by myself, like I'm listening to music, I'm gonna listen to my own shit.
Yeah.
What's the craziest way you ever got out of school though? Like to your parents?
The craziest way? I had a friend. Who was it? I think it was a D. I definitely had someone forge me notes and just make up some bullshit too. And he said something. I think he said something. I don't remember the excuse. He said like I had to go do some community service or something. Or he got me out of school somehow. He forged it and everything. Like it was like terrible. It was like a child's handwriting.
Oh, like he handed it into the school?
I don't remember the reason how he got me out of school. But I remember he wrote me a note. And I remember he had some sloppy ass handwriting. Like it was sloppy ass guy's handwriting. You know, and
like not adult shit.
Like fresh on like a ripped piece of notebook paper. And he's like, yo, give this to the secretary. I'm like, oh my goodness. Because it was like when we had it was like when we were seniors and we would always leave like third or fourth third period or whatever. And I just handed it to the secretary and she didn't even question it.
She was like, fuck
it was like
these
a
kids.
mess, dude.
She hated her life.
And she's just like, okay, you're good to go.
Like what?
What?
It's funny because when I went to the school a couple weeks back, it was security level. It was threat level midnight. Like I had to buzz in. I had to go right to the office. I had to get my picture taken. I had to wear an ID sticker on my clothes that had my picture on it. And I couldn't leave the office until the teacher, or, whoever was coming to get me, came. Mm-hmm. Like, I couldn't leave. Like, I couldn't just walk to the class. Like, they had to come get me. I didn't know where I was going anyway. No. So I wouldn't have left. But I'm just like, damn. Like, I mean, I get it. But I think the craziest way I used to get out was, like, to convince my parents that I couldn't go to school was, like, I would hold a thermometer to a light bulb. And I would try to get myself to have a temperature.
Oh, you actually did that? Isn't it like a classic way?
Yeah, apparently it's a classic way, but I'm dumb and I put it back into my mouth and be like, oh, I got a fever. And my mom was like, you put this to the light bulb, didn't you? And I'm like, nah. But it was like 120 temperature.
You're just
like, I got caught like a couple times. It was like 120.
Your brain is literally melting.
Yeah, like I'm like skull. Literally dead. Like... She was like, you put this against the light bulb and just put it back in your mouth. I'm like, first of all, that's terrible for you. Second of all, if you had 120 temperature, you ain't walking. Like, you're all set.
Nah, you're melted. You're
like you go to the hospital for like 106. I'm chilling here with a 120. Like, hey, I just can't go to school. I'm good otherwise though.
Yeah, I'm all warm.
Yo, if you didn't go to school, could you like do other shit?
Me? No. I couldn't play video games, which is my life. I couldn't really do anything.
If I didn't go to school, I couldn't do anything.
So it would just be boring. But it was still better than being in school.
Yeah, but it was almost not worth.
Because you're so freaking bored.
Because you were just bored.
Well, yeah, you don't got a phone back then either,
Yeah, no.
Now that you said that in terms of crazy stuff, did you ever try to fake throw up? Like, I remember one time. Yeah. Like, I put my full finger down my throat and it was like, bleh, like, all I had was, like, bile coming out of my mouth.
Dude,
like,
I've went to the nurse's office, put water in my mouth, and just did the noise, and I'd just flush it, and I'd be like, yeah.
So, like, it made the splashing
Yeah,
noise.
like, made it splash, and I would, like, over-exaggerate it, and she'd be like, yeah, you're sick, you gotta go home. I'm like, bitch. Dumb bitch. Like, I just got away with it. I'd go home. Oh, but I spent most of the day at school, so I just hopped right on the box.
Yeah. I remember having, like, a real concussion, and I think I missed time off of school because of that. Yeah, but a real concussion at, like, 10 years old is drastic.
Yeah, because
like,
your brain's
developing. Yeah, like, I had a concussion at 10, and, like, I remember I got hit.
I wonder why you're so fucking weird in high school.
I guess I got hit in the head, right? And then I fell down on the ground. And then I got up. And then I started walking, and, dude, I felt completely punch drunk. Like,
you ever get, like, knocked
drunk.
out?
No, not cold. That was the closest I got to getting knocked out cold. But I remember getting up, but I fell down because of my lack of balance. I remember trying to walk in a straight line. I just fell on my face.
That's what, like, vertigo is.
And my mom's just like, what the hell is going on?
I got knocked out cold once, I think.
Really?
I was in 3rd grade. I'll never forget. My grandfather, we were at Polk swinging on the swings, and my grandfather was with me. I think Amaris was there, too. And I vividly remember him saying, do not jump off the swing. Like... So I was like, fuck it, I'm jumping off the swing. Like, I don't give a fuck. Jumped off the swing, hit my head directly on a rock. Like, I fell and hit a rock.
The front part of your head,
like,
or what?
Yeah, like my forehead.
Yeah, that's what I hit.
next thing I remember is waking up. And my grandfather, like, just being, like, panicking. But he was like, I told you not to jump off the fucking swing.
Just punches you in the ribs again.
Yeah, like whatever. And that was, like, the only time I could vividly remember, like, going out and coming back.
I could see him just
besides,
knocking
like,
you
being
right
drunk.
back out. Just for a second time.
I got roofied. That was another time where my brain shut off.
No. The roof. Oh, wait. I think I remember that.
Nobody believes me, but I have never felt an experience like that
Wasn't
ever
I
in
with
my
you?
life.
I think I was with you, right?
No, Yorda was actually the only person that was with me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe you were there.
Where were you?
Bossy's.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Oh well, don't care. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were there, and I'm drinking tequila on the rocks like I normally do. Patron on the rocks. We had a couple shots, but the problem was where I think I fucked up. I bought like shots for, it was me, Yord, and then like maybe 4 or 5 chicks, and they gave me a tray, so I had them all here. But I think because they knew I was going to the girls, I feel like they just was like did one of these, like sprinkled it in there.
You think
And like
so?
I just got, I don't know, I have no idea. But Yor tells me specifically, he's like, yo, we were dancing on the floor, we were chilling, everything was fine. And I remember being fine. I remember dancing on the floor. And then all of a sudden, nothing. Nothing. No recollection of anything that happened after that. He said all of a sudden, you were good, and then all of a sudden you were not good. And I'm like, I don't ever get like that, especially in public. Like, I'll get lit. But like, like you could be reminded that something happened and you're like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that. No. Complete darkness. Don't remember anything. I woke up with my jeans off, my shirt on. My credit card my debit card was out of my wallet somewhere. My wallet was in another place. My keys were somewhere else. My phone was somewhere else. And I woke up in the wrong side of my bed. Like, never ever happened to me like that.
Yeah, the milk of the gods will do that.
Yeah, that's the milk of the poppy. They put that heroin in there. That shit fucked me up.
I remember being like, just that on that level of like just fucked up. One time at the bar, it was like a bar with like 3 levels. I remember peeing in like a fake plant on the inside.
Yeah, wow, I never did that.
Yeah, like it was in
Good
public
for you.
too, but this
Just whipping fucking John out like that.
it was in the corner. Like, but I remember.
Still.
I do like vague. That's like one of those nights you vaguely remember, and
yeah,
like my friends were trying to check me, like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I'm looking at them like, "What do you want?"
Like, the fucking bother me for. I'm trying to take a piss.
They're like, "Bro, you gotta chill."
Didn't Spence piss in somebody's closet once?
In the closet?
No, actually, I don't know if it was Spence or not. That's another story. But I do remember being up at like Central or something at a party.
You never peed in the closet?
No. But I remember we were all in the basement, right? It was Mose there. I was with Mose. I don't know who else we were with. I think maybe Reese was with us. And Mose was at the edge of the couch and just turns over and just throws up in the corner of this person, like random person's house.
Carpet too?
I don't know. I think it was like unfinished basement. It probably was like dry floor or whatever.
Yeah. But
the problem was he covered it up. Like, he didn't clean it. He just covered it up and didn't tell anybody. So when we left, he was like, yo, I threw up in that kid's basement. Like, and left it there. So, like, like a college house, like, they're probably not doing a deep clean for a while. So that throw up probably stayed there for at least, I'm going to say at least 24 hours. Because it had to start building up a stench, and they were like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like,
and then you smell it, and then it triggers someone else to puke.
And then like that everywhere.
Like that Office episode with like 15 people are just throwing up just at the same time.
And I was like, damn, dude. He was like, I didn't tell nobody about it. Dude, he didn't want to be that guy. I
was thinking about today, like, shit that really grosses me out, bro. And I know we got 1 minute, but public bathrooms. So real quick, I hate public bathrooms. They gross me out so bad.
For the record, women's public bathrooms are grosser than men's. Oh, I know that for a fact.
I don't even want to see that.
No, I know for a fact they are. Nah. And women will attest to it. They're grosser than men's, but go ahead.
I'm not a fan. It makes me want to throw up. Like, I might go pee real quick, but I'm not trying to drop a deuce in the public bathroom.
I will if I have to.
If you have to, I guess, but man, like,
I'm floating though.
I feel like you could catch some crabs or something in there. Like, I don't like the public bathrooms.
I shit at the gym almost every session.
I've heard that's routine for people to do.
Dude, that pre-workout kicks in. Like, I could literally go right before the gym.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But I like to wash my hands too. Every time, like, well, I'm saying, or I should say like this. I should say this. I should say this. I like to put a paper towel on the door handle after I wash
Oh,
my hands.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
to do that. That's what I really
Shit, we got
meant to
3
say.
seconds.
All right. Well, we're out of
Peace.
here.
Episode 19.
We'll be
Fuck.
back for the finale. Peace.